like to call upon the Federal Minister, Information Technology and Telecommunication, Mohtarma Shaza Fatma Khaja, who has made this happen today.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif Sahab, Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defence Forces, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir Sahab, distinguished ministers, members of the armed forces, excellencies, industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is my honor to welcome you today at the Indus RAS Expo 2026, Pakistan's national robotics and automation event that we've started this year, but it is only the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're standing at an inflection point. It is a decisive moment. As we move from digital era into an intelligent era, artificial intelligence itself is moving into the physical world. It is becoming the foundational building block of every single value creation. Robots today are moving from factories to warehouses, farms, roads, critical infrastructure, disaster areas, and all the way to national security arenas. Countries that lead these technologies will define the future economy. Countries that remain mere consumers will always remain dependent. Pakistan has chosen to lead. Today, I stand before you with a clear promise. Pakistan will own full value chains of robotics and artificial intelligence, because advanced technological self-reliance is a national decision, and today we are ready to make that. But what gives me this confidence? It is my leadership. Under the visionary premiership of Honorable Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, the government has embraced clear direction of digital nation Pakistan. A Pakistan where technology is not simply another lever of economy, but is an actual engine of productivity, employment, and national competitiveness. This vision recognizes that digital transformation is no longer optional. It is the foundational building block of sustained economic growth. Only yesterday, you must all have seen that Prime Minister has launched his AI-enabled, evidence-led Prime Minister's Office system, which is going to completely transform how the country is governed here on ARM. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Ministry of IT and Telecom, we stand for the execution of these visions. We invest in digital infrastructure, innovation ecosystems, entrepreneurship, digital skills, and emerging technologies. We are creating an environment where innovators can build, where startups can scale, where our investors can grow, where young Pakistanis can compete globally, and most of all, where government will be the ultimate enabler. And the results are already visible. The export numbers tell you that this year, the ICT exports grew by almost 21%. This is a testament to the resilience of our industry and our policies. It's not just our local numbers. Let me just quote a few international ranking statistics that have recently come out. Pakistan today ranks in top-tier countries of the cybersecurity as per the ITU ranking. We've moved 14 ranks up in the e-governance development index, and we've moved 27 ranks up this year in ITU's ICT development index. But ladies and gentlemen, today's gathering calls for a more specific accounting, because as artificial intelligence has become the defining technology of our generation, with robotics as the physical arm, the question is that Pakistan, it's not just simply about whether Pakistan will use these technologies. The question is, will Pakistan own them? And in that, to have indigenous capabilities, to have talent that will shape our future and safeguard our sovereignty, it is absolutely critical that we act now. Because sovereignty today is increasingly measured not only by how we defend our territorial boundaries, but by the ownership and the technological command that nations have. Just last year, we saw that command. We saw the command on not just conventional warfare, but technological warfare in Mark-i-Haq, led by the Honorable Prime Minister and valiantly led by the Chief of Defence Forces, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir. Mark-i-Haq was a demonstration of not only our conventional warfare capabilities, but an epitome of cyber and autonomous systems that showed their capability at their best. Today, our defense capability, along with our industrial leaders sitting here, are leading digital innovation. These wins and much more are what gives me confidence to stand before you today as your minister, as a team member of Honorable Prime Minister, to assure you that we are second to none. Ladies and gentlemen, but our ambition must be rooted in reality, and we must move beyond automation but towards transformation. In order to match our ambitions, we must proceed with a structured approach. Our ministry, under the direct leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, has formed a structural approach, and we're building disciplined national programs built on 4 core pillars. First and foremost, our people. Our youth, our strongest asset that Pakistan has. Today, we are building complete talent pipelines. Honorable Prime Minister leads productive employment meetings at least once a month, and where we've trained over close to 1 million young people this year, from low-tech skills all the way up to semiconductor and chip designing trainings. My second preference and core pillar is the real-world test beds. Robots become valuable when they get out of the factories and come in the field. We must create more centers of excellence that we're working on, but our robotics, autonomous systems must be tested in real situations. We have to, and our public sector must become the first buyers and the intelligent buyers and provide those challenges that our private sector can solve for us. Third, infrastructure and compute. I'm sure every single one of us knows that how critical data sovereignty has become today. Artificial intelligence requires data, connectivity, computing power, and secure infrastructure, while robotics requires sensors, edge computing, communications, control systems, and reliable power. So we must invest in the full stack. This is a layered cake, and we're ensuring through our National AI Policy and National AI Initiative that the Cabinet passed last year that we address each and every one of these layers. Fourth and last is industry and investment. Our universities, our factories, startups, investors, public sector, we must act in unison. This must happen in cadence, and it must happen like clockwork. We need financing mechanism for deep technologies which suck in the larger pool of risk capital. Procurement pathways need to be made for startups, shared fabrication facilities and partnership between Pakistani companies and leading international firms, but with guaranteed transfer of technology. When advanced technologies are rewriting every single rule that is written, undoing every reality created, and giving nations once-in-a-generation chance to leapfrog decades in years. This is a chance we cannot miss. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we need. Pakistan, Paindabad.